working on Shmir Seinayim, and first and foremost, we should try to avoid the nisyanais as much as possible, whether it's filtering devices, not having devices, not going to places that will have nisyanos for us. I think, though, one of the most important ideas as well to speak about is the greatest danger, I believe, in these inyanim of Shmir Seinayim. The greatest danger may not be the Aveira itself, which is certainly not good for us, but it seems the greatest nisayon and the greatest damage caused from this Aveira is the Yeyosh, is the feeling down, the feelings worthless that a person feels after a person has sinned. The Yetzer Hara wants a person to give up, wants a person to sin further, and therefore when a person falls, if a person falls into an asayon, a person looks at something he shouldn't look at, that's when he's in the greatest danger. The Yetzer Hara says, you did this, you're a piece of garbage, you're worthless, how could you go daven the next day, how could you learn? And the Yetzer Hara really grabs a hold of the person and tries to get him to despair. And that's where most of the damage, the harsher damage, takes place from the Yetzer Hara, is getting the person to feel bad and to give up. And this is where we have to fight the hardest. We have to fight the strongest. That we should not despair. We have to understand we're living in difficult times, and the Nisayon is great. And we have to pick ourselves up. Kisheva Yipol Tzaddik Vikam, the Tzaddik falls 7 times, 7,000, 17,000 times, and gets up. If only we don't give up, if only we don't fall into despair, we will overcome, we will persevere. A person falls, a person sins. A person should not say, oh, now, how could I daven? How could I learn after what I did? The opposite. On the contrary, if a person was metamtem his eyes, his heart, so on the contrary, now we have to strengthen ourselves. We have to learn more. We have to daven better. The answer to a sin is not to sin more. That doesn't really make sense. That's just the Yetzer Hara. The answer to sin is we have to come back fighting harder, doing more, learning more, davening more. Hashem always loves us. Hashem always wants our learning. Hashem always wants our tefillos. It's only completely the Yetzer Hara that says, oh, Hashem doesn't want your tefillos, Hashem doesn't want your learning because of what you did. That's all the Yetzer Hara. It's all sheker. And I think the greatest trick of the Yetzer Hara, especially in the times we live in times where the Yetzer Hara tells us that we're so bad, we're so worthless because of things we've done, but it's just not true. We're living in tough times, and we can make mistakes, and we can fall. We're always valuable. Benkach or benkach, atem kriya banim. We're always valuable. Our mitzvahs always count. Our learning always counts. It's one thing to fall, but we have to make sure never to despair, and always keep getting up, and always keeping on pushing. And be'ezus Hashem, it's guaranteed. If a person does not give up, he will succeed. He'll take time. He'll go up, go down, go up, but eventually he'll make great strides and become the person that he wants to become. We should be zocheh, just keep on growing and steiging.
Thank you for listening to the Guard Your Eyes Daily Chizuk broadcast. Pass them on to your friends and help spread Kedusha in the world.